So good morning, everyone. My name is Rotrapta Siddharth, and I'll be starting with the protocols. So now I request Shruti and Loki to please call themselves.
Siddhant Shruti won't be there today.
Okay. So now I request you to please call this meeting to order.
The resume building workshop is called to order.
Now I'll be saying the proof it is. No need to repeat after me. Of the things we think here do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendship? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Now I hand over to Samruddhi.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Road Tractor Sharvari Dhote, and welcome to all our road tractors, non-road tractors, PST, and our honorable speaker for today's session, Sir Kishan Nathani. So today's focus is on crafting a stellar experience, and Sir Nathani, who is a tech consultant in Accenture and also part of IIM Kozhikode in the placements operation team, with his extensive experience, will share some valuable insights with us. This workshop is brought to you by the PA, that is the Professional Assistance Initiative, committed to the professional development, and with the Rotaract Club fostering such events, aims for a clear understanding of a resume building. Also, this session is going to be an interactive one, so I request everyone to take active participation in it and feel free to ask all their doubts and queries.
Hello, everyone. Great to see you all on a Saturday morning. Yeah, bring up the slides. Okay, so before I start, since my presentation title reads Resume Building for Internships and Placements, I would like to know who all are from third year quickly with the raise of hands. Okay, I see five. Okay, so audience is something like mix of first year, second year, and third year. Anyways, next slide, please. I guess I already had my intro, but anyways, to keep the intro in sync with the topic, I would like to highlight I was student head. We talk of resume, CV. The first thing that comes in our mind that what is resume. Then second, why we need a resume, and the third and the most important thing for which everyone would be working on is how. How can we actually build that resume? So let's start with what. Let's move to the next slide, Samruddhi. I guess this is no brainer. We know what resume is. Resume is simply a document that basically gives you a summary of your professional life, of your academic life. Everyone wants to do something in terms of their professional life, whether it be a internship for the first year and second year students and third year students aspiring for placements next year. So they need something to start the conversation with the recruiters, and that is where resume comes in place. It's not just a document, it's a document that describes your professional journey right from when you enrolled in school till when then you are in college. We will talk about it more when we go through each and every sections of how we build a resume. But for now, that's how a resume defines like. Can we have the next slide? Then why resume building? So why do we need it? it's a clear kind of understanding for college going students why we need it. We need it for internships, we need it for placements. That is like a simple idea. Whenever you enroll in a BTech college or any engineering college, you know that you need a resume at some point of time, whether you'll be looking for placements, whether you'll be looking for internships, even for any kind of higher studies also you need a resume. And then simple questions to first year and second years: why to bother now? This is something we need to understand, that we are the ones who would be getting their internship, getting their placements in the future. You think that if you start it late, you would be getting the best version of yourself, you'll be getting the best CV in your bucket. So it's right time. Even when you enter a college, it starts the right time to start thinking about the resume, thinking about what you have done in your life and what you are planning to do in your life also. It's not only about what you have done, it's a kind of a document which gives you a complete whole lot of ideas of what is describing you and what would you be describing yourself in near future. Let's move to the next slide, and please keep this session interactive. I will like you all to come up with your questions, clear your doubts. And very sorry, I can't turn on my camera. I'm really at a bad internet place. But the session should be interactive. You should come up with your questions. You should ask anything and everything that you feel. It could be silly question. It could be anything like what can I write. It could be a personal question also. What changes you want in your resume, or what problems you are facing. But you need to keep it interactive, since this session is something on the things that you already know, but the things that you want to demystify, you want to understand, you want to have a quick understanding. How can you build your profile better? How can you achieve what you want to? And to achieve that thing, the basic idea, the basic thing, the basic process that starts to achieve it, it's of the building of resume. So keep this session interactive. We will quickly move on slide. We will try to understand what is the idea of resume building, but you need to keep asking your questions. So move to the next slide, please. Okay, so basic two steps of building a resume. Let's say you are a first year student. How to start? How to when you think of a resume, how to start? So first thing is to gather relevant information. You need to look upon your life right from, let's say, class 10th. What you did, what you are doing, what are your achievements, what are your academic details, what are your extracurricular activities, what are your certifications. So you need to gather information on yourself only. You need to understand what is your current status in the market, how you stand in your college, in your country, in the world. And then you need to structure those information in the form of a template, which we call CV. And then a quick question would be, how do we structure? What template we use? See, template is never an issue. Template is something that you can decide upon your own. Like what template feels like gives you a good feeling that this will work or this will not work. It depends on the curriculum that you are following. It depends on the branch from where you are. Like a tech resume for the ones who are looking for software development roles would be somewhat different from core engineering jobs, like someone in mechanical, in instrumentation, looking for a core kind of job, looking for a PSU kind of job. But the whole idea is to articulate it well. I have given some examples, like if you are looking for a template right now, so it could be like you can start with a Google Doc, you can go to a website called Nova Resume, you can go to a website called DDCB Overleaf. So it's something very subjective. It depends on how you want to present it. And every time when we start building a resume, the main topic or the main problem that comes to our mind to understand what a resume should contain. So I have kept it into two buckets. First thing, what are the essentials? क्या होना ही चाहिए? That is something that you can't ignore. You need to have those. First thing is personal information. You need to have your personal information on your resume. What personal information, that we will discuss later. But first thing, you need to have personal information on your resume. Second is the education. Education means what? Means what major educational achievements, what major academic things you have done in your life, like 10th, 12th, and then your graduation. Then skills. Skills is something not related to tech roles now. Even in the core jobs, even in the PSU jobs, you need to showcase what skills you possess. It could be technical skills, it could be interpersonal skills, it could be skills on tools, it could be skills on any way, but you need to have a column in which you say that these are my skills. These are what I have been trained for. These are the things that I can bring to the table when you recruit me. Fourth, projects and internships. Internships might you find a very ambitious for a first year and second year students, but for third year students, projects as well as internships is an essential thing in their resume. So it gives recruiter an idea what experience you have without having a full-time experience working with a company. It's very obvious that you are a college going student, you can't have a full-time working experience with a company, but still you have some kind of internship experience, some kind of projects can be of any kind, working for an NGO, working for your college, working for your uh, self self-proclaimed projects that you want to introduce in the market or just share with your friends. It would be anything, but you need to have a section explaining what projects and internships you have done till now. Then comes the achievements. Achievements could be anything. For now, if you are not very familiar what kind of achievements you have done in life, you need to go to step one back. You need to again start getting the information about your life, what academic achievements you have done. For example, academic achievements could be anything ranging from scoring a score that makes you topper in your school to uh, cracking Olympiads, cracking NTSC, and some kind of other stuff that comes under academic part. Then achievements could be extracurricular achievements. You are a dance champion, you are a singing champion, anything that comes under extracurricular activities. Then comes the certifications. This is an essential part since certifications gives recruiters an idea what are the things that the candidate has already worked upon and we don't have to spend on you. Whenever you join an internship, whenever you join a full-time job, recruiter and the company have to spend something on you. They need to have you go through some kind of certification, some kind of trainings. But there could be a starting point. There could be some of the certification which you have already done that will give you an edge over other candidates. For example, if I am looking for a Python developer, I have two candidates. One candidate has already done a certification in Python, then I will prefer that candidate over the candidate who has not done that certification. It's not even about doing that certification. It's about showing that you have done that certification. From your resume, you need to make sure that the recruiter know that you have done the certification. So these were the essentials unit of your resume. Coming to what other things you can include, which are good to have, not very mandatory for a college student, but yes, it should be there in your resume if you want to make it a holistic view for the recruiters. First thing is you need to divide your achievements between academic achievements and extracurricular achievements. It will balance your resume saying how well you are in academics even if you are doing some of the extracurricular activities. Giving a balance of academic and personal life gives a very very nice idea of how good you are with doing things. And you would be knowing that they work in Korea, so a kind of thing like having Korean language on your resume will give you an edge. So this is very 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 other kind of thing, like you don't need to have it mandatorily, but if you include this, like if you have any other language with you, then you can include it. So now what we will do, we will go through each of these sections in details, and I would like everyone to participate in it. I would like everyone to raise their questions, like what they want to clarify. You want to include something, exclude something, any questions that comes into their mind, so you can ask. Somebody, next slide, please. So first thing was personal information. So what in personal information? First thing would be your name. A resume without name means nothing. So first thing would be your names. Second thing would be gender or your pronouns. This thing is essential part of hiring, since even when you fill a form for any internship or placement, you will be asked for gender or pronouns. So you can include this in your resume. Then your date of birth, city or residence, email ID, phone number, LinkedIn ID. These three are the most essential things. Email ID and phone number will give recruiter a way to communicate with you. LinkedIn ID is a kind of can you and recruiter. If they want to see how your LinkedIn profile looks like, how you are professionally building your profile, it will give them the liberty to directly go through and check out your profile. Then I will jump to skills first. So skills could be anything. Like if you're looking for a software development kind of role, it could be programming skills, development skills, the tools that you can use, and the GitHub the tech platform credentials. GitHub tech platform credentials are becoming an essential part when essentially you are looking for a full-time job. Like you are going for an interview for a tech company. Let's say you are going for an interview of Microsoft and Facebook. Then they need to know what are your status in HackerRank. So if you give them the ID, they can quickly check that yeah, these are the projects that you have done and these are the things that you do in the HackerRank. I have pasted an example. This example is totally for a software development kind of role, and it's not for other roles that engineering student might look for, which are the core job profiles or PSU kind of profiles, or profiles which are linked with other branches. But for example, like technical skills, we can say languages, Python, SQL. Then development, what kind of code you are doing and what kind of platforms that you use. Then technology or framework, you can like write what other frameworks that you have used or what are the frameworks that you are trained for. Then certifications you can also include. If your certifications are quite simpler ones, like not something that requires very subjective understanding, then you can include your certification with the technical skills. If your certifications are very particular ones, which was linked with a project, which were linked with something descriptive kind of thing, in which after the certification you need to present your idea, after certification you did a project, then you can have a separate section for certifications. But for now, if your certifications are a very basic thing, like you did a certification on Python essentials, then you can club your technical skills and certifications, and in the certification part you can say, yeah, I did a certification on Python. Any doubt for these two sections, personal information and skills? Anyone? Just think upon it. If you have any doubt on skills, like what we can include and what not, like if you have doubt that you are not from technical background, you are not looking for technical roles, what skills you can include. If you have any such kind of doubt, you can also ask. Just let me know what you feel, what could be the challenges when you will include these two sections in your resume. Just think upon it. Silence, I would take it as no. Samruddhi, we can move to the next slide.
Okay, everyone can feel free to ask questions. Okay, so we can move forward.
Yeah. Please move to the next slide. Jumping on to education. So, education, I have an example with you, what you can include. So, three essential things for you guys, since you are in undergrad college. First would be class 10th, second would be class 12, and third would be the college which you are ongoing. So, in this example, you will not see a word ongoing or pursuing, but if you are in third year, second year, first year, you need to mention that the percentage or the CGPA that you are mentioning is the CGPA till your second semester, till your fourth semester, till your fifth semester. So there could be an indication that this CGPA is not final and this CGPA is still the fourth semester or fifth semester. But anyways, you need to include all the information. You will see when I am writing class 10th, like this in this example, someone is writing class 10th, they have given their school name, then the city from where they did their 10th, then the board name, CBSE. Same for class 12, we have school name, city name, and the board name. Then we have the percentage, and then we have the academic year of that particular education. If you look at BCSE, they are giving their indication that I did Bachelor of Engineering in the department of CSE from this college located at Aurangabad. I secured this percentage of marks and I did my B from 2017 to 2021. So this should have all the information and should not have any missing kind of links that you are missing which board that you did your 10th, or which board you did for 12th, or in which year you did your 10th or 12th. So any information should not be missing. This gives a bad repo on the recruiter. He or she will think that you are hiding something. So it's better always to include all the things that are mandatory or that are essential for any CV. I have clubbed the education part with academic achievements. Just to give you guys an example, it's not. I have already mentioned it's not a mandatory portion. But anyways, if you have some kind of academic achievements, you can have a separate section for it. Academic achievements could be anything. If you look at the first one, achieved rank first out of 2 lakh students participated in this and this hackathon and received 1 lakh as prize money in the year 2020. So this is an academic achievements. Then again, if you look at the last one, which is something that you guys can also include based on the paper that you appeared for getting admission in the college you are studying, like secured a rank in top 3.3 percentile in a total of 1.2 million students appeared in joint entrance examination conducted by CBSE. So these are your academic achievements. Academic achievements could be anything ranging from you getting an award from your school on performing outstanding, you getting an award from your school on scoring highest marks in a particular subject in the board of 10th, in the board of 12th, or you getting a anything, you getting a scholarship, you getting a medal in Olympiads, you getting a medal in NTSE, you getting a scholarship from NTSE, you are cracking some kind of examinations. So that all will come under your academic achievements. And you need to provide this detail in a sentence in a way that it includes all the information that is self-explanatory. For example, when I read the second last line, it says achieved international rank 492nd, 44th in the state, first in school in level 2 of mathematics Olympiad organized by Silver Zone. So it gives all the information that what was the international rank, what was the state rank, what was the school rank, and in what level of the mathematics Olympiad. So your statement should be self-explanatory along with the timeline. Like for this particular example, we can see the particular person did this in 2013. So it should be concise. Like I am not writing 3-4 lines just on the one achievement. I am just making a one statement, but I am including all the details along with the timeline. Let me know you have any doubt on educational part. Education as well as academic achievements. Any doubt, let me know. Before we move to the next section.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, hi Mansi.
Protractor Mansi over here. I have doubt. Is academic performance that important?
See, academic performance could be important for some roles, for some of the recruiters. It might not be important for some roles, some of the recruiters. But the point here is you need not now think upon what is important for my recruiter, what is not. You need to think upon providing correct information to your recruiter. You have seen in the news that bigger tech companies like Microsoft, Google, they are not caring about academic performance, but they do want to see a section in your resume explaining that what you did in your 10th, 12th, and graduation. So this is like essential information for you, but it might not hurt having bad grades or having something that you think is not looking good for you. But you need to include that information. Let me know if it answers.
Okay, so thank you.
Any other questions before we move? Perfect. Let's move to the next slide, Samruddhi. Then here comes the projects and internships. Very, very important part for a college going grad. Very important. I would say for third year students, this is the most important section. If you don't have this section in your resume, just assume that your resume is completely incomplete. So projects and internship, the basic idea of this section would be including the first thing would be inclusion of the project title. Or if you worked for an internship, first thing would be title along with the company name. Then what skills you used, or a simple idea of what this project was about. Then you come up with the things that you did. In this example, if you look at the first project, it says Smart Home Energy Management System, done in November 2023. And what did this person used? This person used MySQL, Python, Flask, HTML, CSS. So this is a complete information giving recruiter an idea that this person has done a project that involves around MySQL, Python, Flask, HTML, CSS. Let's forget what's inside, but the title itself is self-explanatory that these are the items that this person has already used and already used to develop something which is live. Then comes the description. In the description, you need to explain what exactly was done, what was the problem and how this problem was solved. For example, the first line is the basic introduction line that says engineered and deployed a smart home energy management system website using Flask, resulting in a 75% improvement in user engagement over the previous system. So it might not give you a complete idea what the problem was, but it is giving you an idea what was solved. So by developing a smart home energy management system, this person improved something. How much improvement was there? So 75% improvement was there. So this is how you need to articulate your work. You need to showcase that the work that you did was meaningful. First line would be what you did. Second would be how this thing was meaningful. Let's go to the second example, job vacancy recommendation system. Again, this person is saying when I did this project of job vacancy recommendation system, I used Python, MySQL, Hadoop, AWS, machine learning. Then what I did, I analyzed over 2,000 data sets to determine job opportunities available in New York City using MySQL and Hive Metastore on AWS EMR cluster. So this is the definition of what was done in job vacancy recommendation system. If this was something done for a company, done for an NGO, done for any person that is organization, you could have included that name. Like for example, I did it for ABC Consulting, project name, job vacancy recommendation system, and then the things used was Python, MySQL, Hadoop, AWS, ML in January 2020. And then what you did, what was solved. If you read the next line, performed data cleaning operations and reduced latency by almost 89%. So it is giving you a clear understanding like what impact it made, what was the project and what impact it made. We need to be very chronological kind of thing that what I did, what it